Hello again, everyone. My name is Adioshi Abraham Ferrami, and this is Heavenly Dishes Connecting with Growth. Welcome back to our Living an Organized Life series. And last week we discussed the importance of organization, and today we'll be taking the next step of our journey with building your blueprint, effective planning strategies. And as you know, planning is a cornerstone to an organized life. So today we will be exploring the strategies to create a personalized plan that works for you. So let's recap on what we spoke about last week before we dive in. So we learned that living an organized life goes beyond tidying your physical space. It involves time and mental organization as well. So today we are going to focus on effective planning to help you build a blueprint for a more organized and intentional life. And the first thing I'll be talking about is creating a personalized planning system. So let us start by discussing the importance of having an organized planning system. And in Colossians 3 verse 23, we know that the Bible says, "And whatever you do, do it heartily as to the Lord and not unto man." This reminds us to work at it with all our hearts. Do everything we are doing with all our hearts. Do your plannings with all your hearts. So we are reminded to do that and to speak. This actually speaks to the intention and dedication we should bring into our planning also. Planning should not be something you just do nonchalantly and the likes, but you are meant to do it with your heart, with your mind. And the first thing I want to talk about is defining your purpose. If you are going to plan, you need to know your purpose. You need to know what am I planning towards. You cannot just start planning that you want to buy one bag of rice and like you are planning for a party without knowing that you really want to have a party. So to do purpose, you have to know that this is my purpose before you actually want to do purpose, before you can actually plan towards purpose. And the first thing I want to do is start by defining your purpose. What are my long-term goals and how can I daily align with them? This provides a clear direction for our planning efforts. And I would in these things I would like you to know that discover yourself. If you are really going to plan, discover yourself. What am I going on to? What am I building myself for? You cannot just decide to read books blindly. It's good to read actually. It's good to do things. It's good to add value. But to what end? That should be the focus. To what end? To what end? To what end am I doing these things? To what end am I doing these things that add value? To what end am I planning? So let's go straight into the planning. So the first thing about planning actually is choose the right tools. Select tools that work for you, whether it is a physical planner, that's maybe the to-do list and the sticky note and the likes, or the digital apps, or a combination of both actually. Because at some point I already had a structured plan on how my day would go, and some additional plans would actually come up. So you would know that the normal days plan is I have that one digital, so I just stick it in my to-do list in my planning app. Then the other ones, maybe special plans come up, I write it down in a sticky note, have it somewhere on probably a note that I'm carrying out every day. These things will actually keep you to time. I have my phone with me, I can easily check what else have I not done today, and the sticky note with me anytime. Okay, this special plan, I need to achieve this within this time range and the likes. So these are the things that will help you to actually keep track of your growth and add value to yourself. So you can combine both. You can do it physical, you can plan physically, you can plan digitally, you can use your phone, you can use sticky notes, you can use a plan. You can actually even have a planning book also. These are keys. These things are key to your planning. So, and they would actually complement your lifestyle and preference. Pick a one that is in line with that which fits you. Don't say because someone is using a digital planner, you also want to use it. No. So another thing I want to know about planning, apart from choosing the tool and everything, know that consistency is key. Yes, consistency is key. It's not just key, it is crucial. Yeah, very important. Making making make planning a daily habit actually, because that is when it's beneficial to you. If you plan today and you don't plan tomorrow, the things that you probably have started yesterday, you will not continue them today. Everything still did not end well. This helps you to stay organized, managing the tasks effectively and preventing things from slipping through the cracks. Yeah, so know that consistency is key. And one thing I really want us to focus on next month is how to build consistency around our life, because most times we have these great visions and everything, and sometimes we actually have plans towards this thing, but we fail to follow up. You are so much emotional that when the passion comes and everything, you are so much like, no, I'm doing this way, I'm doing this way, but after 2 to 3 days you have lost that craving for that thing. Moving on, another thing I want us to talk about is time blocking and goal setting techniques. Apart from the plan and everything, what I mean is that you have a planned time, just like a school timetable. It is going from this time to this time. So these two are actually powerful techniques: time blocking and goal setting techniques. These techniques help you to allocate your time wisely and stay focused on what truly matters. Time blocking actually involves assigning specific block of time to different activities. You can see how a timetable is. It's usually square. Meaning that if you assign a task into that time, that is what is called time blocking. Meaning that if you have a specific time that you want to do this thing, I plan that I would read between 6 to 7. It's assigned time. Apart from even just listing out what I want to do, I have assigned the time to the things I want to do. That's time blocking. This ensures that you have dedicated time for work, personal development, relaxation, and other important aspects of your life. These things help you to keep track of these things. So at every point in time, you know that actually this is what I'm meant to be doing at this time. Even if you are even doing things that are not meant for that time, you would know that you are wrong at that point in time, because you have a specific task allocated for that point in time. And the next thing is the SMART goals. And the SMART goals: S for specific, M for measurable, A for achievable, R for relevant, and the T is for time bound. This provides clarity and a roadmap for your journey. Proverbs 16 verse 3 reminds us to commit whatever we do to God, for He will establish our plans. So be specific with your planning. Measure what you are doing. Like, this is where, so most times I see people just do things anyhow, but you need to actually measure. Sometimes it's possible for you to measure your growth actually, because there are two questions you should actually ask yourself most times. So the first thing is, am I satisfied with the way my life is going? The second thing is, what have I gained today? Ask yourself that question every day, probably at the end of the day, when you're probably about to end things for the day. Am I satisfied with the way my life is going? Did I do things in an organized way? Did I do things the right way I wanted them to do? Am I having peace of mind about how things are going in my life? And the second question is, what did I gain today? This is actually a check for what you did that day. So you know that, okay, I did this. Did I gain from these things? If you do this thing, even this question of what have I gained today, you can ask yourself after every class. It's like giving yourself a sound check, because you don't reflect about the thing the lecturer has said, and so you actually even stick more into your brain. And that thing I want to talk about is that you should have a regular review of your plans and goals. This actually allows for adjustment and helps you to celebrate achievement and keeps you on track, because when you see so much of what you have achieved, imagine you have 13 tasks to achieve in a day, or goals that you've set, and you have done 11 and you are on the 12th one. You will feel like, okay, I'm doing good. Now imagine that those plans that you've planned for your day, you have achieved most of them before it's even night time. You would feel so good that you've achieved a lot. Personally, within yourself, you feel like you've achieved a lot. It also helps you to keep track of this, because you know that, okay, I still have this to do. It is a dynamic process that actually evolves with your changing of priorities also. So that you know that, okay, I think I should do this first. Seeing that I'm not really active around this time. So when you review, you would see that, okay, yesterday I planned I'll do it at this time, but it's not convenient. So let's do it this way, let's do it this way, let's do it this way. That's why you need to actually, it's not about just planning, you need to actually review sometimes. You planned it this way yesterday, it did not really work out. It was not convenient. And actually, you know that these things that we do, living an organized life, is not to stress you. It's just to actually stretch you, to assume a posture of being valuable, not to make you live a tiring life, a frustrating life. No, that's not the end of all these things. That's not the end. So it helps you to actually change priorities. And so now the next thing I'll be going into is the prioritization method. Know it and have peace about it, that prioritization is a key aspect for effective planning. In Ecclesiastes 3 verse 1, we are reminded that there is time for every purpose under heaven. So let's actually explore the ways to prioritize effectively. We have the Eschinhol's matrix. Considering using the Eschinhol's matrix, it helps you to categorize your taxes based on urgency and importance, guiding you to focus on what truly matters. It helps you to categorize taxes. So you set them according to how important they are, according to how much they are of value to your life, how much they truly matter. And then another way of effective planning is the ABC method. The ABC method. Actually, the ABC method involves categorizing taxes as A means urgent and important. They are like the topmost one. Then B is important but it's not urgent, you can do it anytime. But the A one is urgent and you need to actually settle it very fast. So if you are done planning, you assign time and you put A, B, C probably at the front of your taxes, and you know that, okay, these are the ones that I must actually so much achieve today. Urgent and important. B, important, but they are not really urgent. You can actually do them probably before you sleep, but you know that you need to do them. And the C class is they are the ones that are not urgent and are not important. So this is to, the aim of this is actually to sort your tax by priority. To sort the taxes by priority. So know which one is more important than the other, which one is urgent, which one is important but not urgent, which one is not urgent or important. This aids in sorting taxes by priorities. And another thing I want to talk about is the 2-minute rule. Embrace the 2-minute rule, I tell you. And it might not mostly be the 2-minute rule. Sometimes it might be the 5-minute rule for you. But know that if a task takes less than 2 minutes, do it immediately. This prevents small taxes from piling up and causing unnecessary stress. Actually, most of the things you do that you feel, you'll notice that you do something and be like, why did I procrastinate this thing so long when I could just do it in 10 minutes? And you kept pushing it for like a week or so. You see how these things are. So you need to actually embrace these things. Embrace the 2-minute rule also. Your own might be the 5-minute rule. There's something that you know that you do in 5 minutes, but you are still pushing it. So that 5 minutes you need to press for, you need to watch TikTok and all those things, but you cannot get to that thing that is you need to actually settle. Sometimes even 30 minutes. That your room, arrange it in 30 minutes. Yes, it cannot take your time. Rather than sitting where everything is shabby and clustered. Yes, close your eyes. Did you echo to where? Sorry for using Yoruba. But actually you can do that. And I'm concluding on this note. So as we conclude today's section, I want you to actually reflect on the takeaways from this teaching. So let me just summarize the things I've talked about today. We explored the significance of having a personalized planning system. We also talked about incorporating time blocking and goal setting techniques, and also mastering prioritization method also. These strategies actually lay a foundation for a well organized and intentional life. So next week we will be delving into structuring success and implementing systems into daily life. So we will explore how to design effective routine for productivity and develop systems for both our home and work environments. So these things are actually things that are important, and I'll be closing on this note. I want to thank you for joining me today. I hope you feel inspired to start building your blueprint for an organized life. So just follow most of the things I mentioned, the ABC rule, Most of these things matter. The 2 minute rule, all those things matters to your growth. So if you have any thoughts or any questions, you can feel free to ask in the comment section, and please feel free to state what stood out for you from this teaching. Just comment, engage. Do not forget to actually subscribe for updates, and I'll see you next week as we continue our journey towards living a more organized and purposeful life. Stay organized, stay focused, stay blessed. My name is Adeosun Abraham Feromi, and this is Heavenly Dishes, connecting to growth. Goodbye.